So guys, today in this new video, I'm going to be showing you how to draw the comic book style torso. I'm going to show you what it's going to look like right now.
100 subscribers and I'll sing. To start off, the first thing we're going to do is draw two pentagons located right next to each other. Make sure that they are touching. Make sure the sides of the pecs are arched inwards. When drawing the top of the pecs, there's going to be a little arch inwards for each side, so making sure that it's not a straight line. This helps later on. Later on, you're going to draw a diamond-like shape, but do not copy what I've done here, as I've done it wrong. I fixed it up later, noticing my mistake. You see, the mistake here is that it's too broad, too square-like. This is the bit where you do want to copy from, as this is the right bit here. In the middle of your little diamond shape, you're going to draw a little triangle that makes another diamond. This is the top of the abs, very important. You then do the side of the body, which is basically just two lines joined together, down arched. Continuing on with the baseline of the abs, use a ruler to make it straight down. Make sure to rule a line down straight through the middle, and that'll help you position your ab. We then start drawing the waist, but you don't want it to make it rounded like I did. Continuing on with the shoulder, it's basically just a circle that stops where the point of the pec is. This here is the basic. It gets simpler from here on. We start off with making the top of the abs. You'll see here that I start rounding off the sharp edges in my drawing. You don't want sharp edges, otherwise you'll make a muscular Minecraft man. I start rounding off the pecs, because you really don't want to make a really muscular Minecraft man. I draw a little line in the middle to symbolize where the breastbone ends. Now we start drawing the muscle. This here, I have no real guide to it, but it's meant to look like the actual anatomy of humans. Most of this is round and like W's or O's. We continue on with starting the abs. The abs are mainly like squares but triangles, as you can see here. Those will be fixed up later, as they aren't the best abs seen yet. So yeah. So a little tip I'd like to do is I draw little lines between the abs to show more like that they're big and bulging. I also do this with a lot of my other drawings, not just abs and such, but it helps define things. As you see here, I fix up my hips because I realized that they were terribly wrong. I also start drawing the top of the pelvis, that's your hip bone. There's a ruler here to make sure that they are the same height. I don't know if you can see it, but near the abs I've drawn little lines that reach up towards the hip bones, as that's part of your muscles. I draw some more lines defining a bit more of the abs, because that is the main part of this comic style torso. I also end up defining furthermore bits of the top of the abs. The reason those are so muscular is not just because there's muscle there, but that is also where the ribcage is located. I define some more sides of where the ribcage would be to add more of a real life side to it. I now start working on the pecs, rounding off sides to show where muscles would be and that it is especially tight against there. Just saying, the pecs do not touch, they slightly narrow, they go narrower the closer they get. I also draw more lines around the pecs to show that there is muscle there and it is bulging yet again. Now start drawing the top of the neck and the top of the shoulders. You definitely want your character to have a head, correct? If you answered no, I'm concerned. We continue on defining the pecs, the side muscles of the pecs. They're mainly like the middle bits. We now start defining the bone of the collarbone and the top of the pec. We then muscularize the shoulder and the top of your shoulder / neck. So basically you just give them a bit of a sharper, rounder, more bone look. We then define some more neck muscles around your shoulder and neck. This makes your character look way better. I then go back to add some finishing touches around the pelvis or your hip. I basically add him some pants because nobody wants to see out there. Unless you do, then you're concerning. I try and make the crotch area as awkward, not as awkward as possible, at like the most not awkward place as I can. I'm still working on this in my own art time, but yeah. But this concludes on how to draw the torso for comic book style. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope this helped you a lot.
Just an update for you guys. Yeah, I have a good mic now. A sort of good mic now. I still don't have a good camera, as you can see here, so you probably didn't get any detail when I was drawing, and I don't have a screen recorder for gaming. But if you subscribe, I might get sponsors, I might get paid, and I could get some better stuff to entertain you guys straight up. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and please subscribe. I need help. Another update is that I'm out of my cast, as you could see when I was drawing. Only some subscribers who were watching my channel when I said drawing with my cast on, you can see that video later, of course, just check out my channel. But yeah, I'm out of the cast now, it feels good. There's a scar here, I don't know if you can see it. It's that little pink thing. So, but yeah, alright, so I'm out of the cast, I'm okay. It's still not properly healed, but it's getting there.